Gotta make sure the stream's working, you know the usual. Well, we gotta continue the grind, boys. We need to get some more scrap. We gotta get bolt so we can start killing all the fucking roof campers, dude. There's so many on these servers. They just sit up there all day. They shoot at fucking wooden armor kids. It feels bad. I'm gonna work on a few more OBS settings, get the stream looking a little nicer. I'm having a little bit of input lag, it feels like, when I have OBS open. I think I'm overusing my graphics card, having Rust open and all that jazz. Maybe I'll just have should just pull up chat rather than have the stream up next to me. That might help a little bit. My FPS drop isn't that much, surprisingly. I thought it would have dropped by more, but stuff's improved. If anybody has any tips or anything about reducing the FPS lag, or not even FPS lag, it feels almost like input lag, but I think I saw something on Reddit or some support site for OBS or Stream Elements that when you overload your GPU, it gives a weird feeling to it. So I might try to not have my stream open next to me. That might help. Just have it open on my phone or something next to me. Probably could reduce the lag. I'll probably just have a chat open on one side, like my dashboard on Twitch maybe. I needed to turn on the fuse. Or put... Why is it deactivated? I think somebody's here. Checking this switch first because I would have seen the person following me, but I guess nobody's here. Just deactivated on its own, I guess. It's interesting. It's happened maybe once, twice before. It's not very regular. Might be a glitch in the game. Might just be the server I'm playing on. You never know. I've run into a lot of servers that have problems with electricals. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality. Guess it just reset. I don't know, that's kind of weird. All the boxes there, maybe respawn fucks with it. Never know. Glad it didn't eat my fuse though. That's weird. Primarily going to rad towns just to find components at this point, so I can get more scrap, and then I can probably run a rig here if a few of my buddies get on. Because I do have AKBP and 5.5, but I don't really want to roam AK by myself at this point and try and take rig by myself, especially up here in the cold with full kit. Probably not the greatest idea because I'll probably freeze to death before I find a boat. And also there's a lot of full kits roof camping on the way to boats, which is what I found, which is surprising but not surprising because roof campers will be roof campers. Don't really get anything that important, so I'm gonna go finish off the road here real quick. Rope and scrap. That's all I really wanted. Don't need any of that wood stuff. If I wanted wood, I'd go farm it. Unfortunately, I don't know what to throw out here. Should really just chuck the sword because the cleaver's better. Now it doesn't look all granulated. That's weird. Probably don't need this many fuses. Should go for a cycle run just on fuses. Where's my tools chest? That guy upgraded his base. Stone just yesterday. Okay, those bolts just despawned at the exact same time. I believe that was a coincidence because I saw barrels at least on the truck. I'll keep those unless I find something I need to recycle. Find something more valuable to recycle actually. As you can now recycle those middle cans there before you could not. Just a weird part of rust, but it's still part of rust anyways. The Door controller will be more profitable than Cilia can. See, roof campers, man. They're everywhere. They might be up in that tower there. Base up there. There's actually there's a couple compounds and a couple large metal and stone bases up there. They all could be bolting from the roof. That's a horse there, I think. Yeah. What is that? That twig foundation? Next to a metal foundation? Looks like somebody's on top of it as well. I think I should go give that a look out. I need to grab a campfire and then I can swim part of the way over there. Bandanas are very useful, especially in a early game like we are now. I don't have a tier 3 yet, and I have multiple things that require heavy amounts of scrap to research as well. Not particularly sure why that guy upgraded his stone base to metal with his sheet doors on it, but you never know. A lot of crude. Let's go check out that island. It looked like it had a player on it. That's an interesting site. Great game. I shot him so I make sure that he didn't run at me. The bears can hurt. Interesting. There's something on that. I wonder what it is. Tool cupboard. Gotta dry off real quick. Come on, hurry up, campfire. I really should have brought more wood so that I could craft one for the way back. Just the two wood cover. The code lock on it. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, yes we do, Sturd. Are you gonna hop on tonight, or are you gonna just watch stream? I don't know where we're gonna place the tier 3 though. Yeah, I think we have 1700 scrap now, 1500, 1600, somewhere around there. Well, I hope you feel better, man. I'll probably be on tomorrow morning as well. I don't have class tomorrow. I think it's Friday tomorrow, yeah? Yeah, we've got 1900 scraps, dude. What do I want to do? Do I want to take... I can't solo with AK because we only... Oh, I could solo with AK because we have one AK. Just go hazmat so I don't get wet. The problem is that boats don't make any noise. So... it would be very sketch doing that. What can I do? Monument wise, stone quarry, power plant up there. Shots. Go hit train yard again. Hope I get a SAR or something. SAR would be really nice because I have expo bullets research as well. What should be the next plan of attack? Because I want to get higher guns. I also just need a shit ton of scrap so I can get tier 3 down. And I can research full metal. I also need to farm mats for main base as well. Unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck. I need to get a shit ton of scrap. So I will go out with cards, and we're gonna go do another run. I want to get to full HP first, though. Did Strid get any new guns while I was off? No. Got a pump and a semi-pistol. Yep, we're just gonna do road town runs. You guys can learn puzzles. I can continue to do puzzles, teach people how to do puzzles. Have any questions, just ask them in chat. I have done every single puzzle in the game. From sewer branch to train yard to sats to launch to even Miltons. Miltons is kind of tricky though to do it without actually being there and physically doing it, but I can explain it to you guys, or I can give you reference to videos. I gotta grind, gotta get shit researched. Unfortunately, I'm not some big boy streamer loot that gets a box of AKs from a decayed base. Not that lucky. I'm pretty lucky. Got a grenade launcher and killed an AK kid last night. Went from Rev to AK on oil rig. Didn't even have to. Got 2 AKs. I actually got one from heavies as well. Heavies with revs is actually completely possible on rig. Even for small. I did it on small. I bet large would be even easier with revolvers. Because you got the rooms there. You can shut and close the doors. You can also run the stairs as well. Just depending on how it goes. Oh, I was going to make shoes, but I never did. Huh. If I continue to run these rad towns, I will probably get a considerable amount of scrap. That's still on. Meaning somebody's doing the puzzle right now. There's no way that's still there from when I did it, is it? No, it can't be. Is it? Either it hasn't respawned since the last time I did it, or somebody just got out of here. FBI, open up. Gotta open the door, man. Seems to be on for an awfully long time. Yeah, I'm just gonna loot the rest of this place and then get the heck out of Dodge. Shoot the boar, make sure it doesn't charge me and deal damage. Yeet the beanie hat. Need to climb this so I can get the loot off top of this thing. Always gotta grind. Gotta get that scrap. I don't need a diving tank. They don't fit my style of play very well. That's not a ladder. There's a surprising amount of barrels around this little town. I'm gonna start hitting barrels and I'm gonna climb up, get this crate real quick and then hit barrels. In hopes that it'll respawn so I can hit the rad town completely with the puzzle. Hey G-Mills, what's up man? How's it going? I'm just farming some scrap right now so I can get some researches. Get my tier 3 up, get some researches done. Gotta research my HQM kit I have back at base. Not bad. Doing pretty good for the night. Already got like 300 scrap so far, so it's not a bad start to the night. Oh, another rev. No, it is not a new wave. I just started playing on this server yesterday, so my group either can roam with revs and crossbows and pretty okay trash weapons, or AK, because that's the loot we have right now. Currently researched. I need to get a tier 3 and I also have to farm mats for a new main for the group as well, unfortunately. Yeah, Gmos, are you looking for a server to join and play on? Does Fresh Wipe? No, we're pretty full right now. I think we're up to about 8 now if we have everybody on. I don't like hitting over 8 limit just because of the group limitations on vanilla servers. Probably should go hit the recycler here in a second. Okay, puzzle should reset now. Probably run that after I recycle so I have inventory space. I believe recycler's in this room. Yeah, it's right here. Good. Put it on recycle. This. Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, I know. I understand the solo life is a struggle. If that's all you've been playing, it hurts deep down. I've played solo for hundreds of hours. It's a grind, man. Sorry you couldn't find the people to play with here, bud. You're welcome to stay and watch if you enjoy. Yeah, it's really tough. It's not easy to play solo in this game, especially on higher pop servers, like officials, or even just high pop community servers. What I would recommend as a solo, if you don't want to put a job's worth into a week, a job's amount of hours into a week of Rust, is probably find a 2 to 5 times, so either a 2-time server, 3, 4, 5-time server, so you can get that vanilla feel without having to put 40, 50 hours a week into a server. I generally don't play modded because I like the grind of Rust. I like always having an objective to keep working towards, and I just feel modded you get stuff too easily. But it's always a good place to start out if you're solo. Thanks for the host, by the way. Yeah, I'm gonna hit that, climb up this tower, check if the shit's there. And then I will go hit the other one if it's there, and if it's not, I'll probably just go to base and depot. So I got a decent amount already. 200 scrap, got some springs. Got a spring, extra rev, and extra med. Probably should just go depot, but I wanna get this on the timer. Keep it going, getting the strap going. Barrels respawn. Let's check up one more, couple more floors. I can't tell if that's... Yeah, there's a box there. Let's go hit the other one. Loot this red town and then depot base. Yeah, if you want any tips, Mills, for playing solo, just force a gun, pretty much. Just force yourself to just put down a base and just start trying to get a gun, a ranged gun of any sort. Going to rig will probably be your best friend if you get a gun. Because, like, you can go from rev to AK like I did last night. Unfortunately, I wasn't streaming, but I did it last night. Went from rev to AK. Killed a heavy scientist, got an AK. Killed a kid pushing me on rig because boats are silent now, unfortunately, due to a glitch that makes them silent for some reason. Not sure why. It seems kind of weird. Just push rig as fast as possible. You can take rig with bows and crossbows. It's very difficult, but you can do it. It is possible. There's a few guides, I believe, on the Steam community for Rust that show how to take it with crossbow. I believe the basics of taking it with crossbow, or I've only known small so far, is that you aggro the scientists and force them to push you, and you just go down where the ladder is to get up onto the oil rig. And they get kind of like glitched there, and they can't shoot you, and you can just sit behind a box and just peek them over and over again, effectively. Nice, I got a custom. I already have a couple. I already have a couple of those. My friend made it base. Yeah, it's really hard to play high pop. Personally, I just play high pop all the time because I just enjoy it more. Because I kind of get almost bored with just normal Rust. I need to have the population. I need to keep my, if I get too, what's the word I'm looking for, too like cozy in a server, I put my guard down and I get killed a lot. Yeah, I really enjoy this game. My hours kind of reflect that just a little bit. I have 2,500 here shortly. Probably next week I'll have 2,500 hours in Rust. I've played it a little bit. This game is very enjoyable if you have the right mindset and you can put time into it. It's a very time involved game. Oh, that was a whiff. I even knew the barrel was there. Yeah. Yeah, you're just getting, if you enjoy the game at 275 hours, you can go for another 1,000. Sometimes you have to take a break and pull it back together because Rust can be very hard at times, very straining on your mental capacity, especially when you get raided as a solo on a server. When you get raided as a solo by like a 12-man, and you just really want to give up, just push through it, because you can always rebuild, refarm, get your BPs, and you can raid them even if they have way more people than you do. Okay. What are you? That's a door. That's that. I need to go this way. Go over and voila. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I know how it feels getting solo rated, getting rated as a solo on Rust. It doesn't put you in a very good place. It's tough to crawl back out. I should really make a trip to Bandit and sell all these red cards. Scrap. Yeah. Even one guy, even playing duo is a big change to solo because you always have one more guy to just help you. You always have that backup, that more safe sense of security when you're playing duo. Yeah, solo's almost impossible. Oh yeah. I've tried out a few solo servers back when I was 600 hours, and they always seem to have like that one really sweaty kid that just farms for like 12 hours straight. and then just offlines everybody when everybody gets off after the first day, which is unfortunate. But also I found that pop tends to die quicker than I would like. So you have to find multiple servers, or solo servers wipe too often. They keep the pop up. I feel like it's hard to play solo. It really is. You don't really have that many options to actually play the game, because anybody who has more than one person is gonna have a not extreme, but I would say a large, not confidence, but large boost in play winning or playmaking or fight winning abilities, just due to the fact they have an extra person. Monthly, yeah, monthly wipe servers are nice. I could recommend a quad server if you would like, that I've played on for hundreds of hours. I've played there solo. It's kind of enjoyable. I don't know how the pop is doing anymore because I've been playing with my group. Here, let me find it. Oh, the pop is actually doing pretty well. When did it wipe? It wiped today. I can link this server to you. Yeah, J-Mills, check in chat. That's I believe it is still a quad server that just wiped today actually, and has 100 pop on right now. Max of 4. Yeah, 4 on max. You got active admins. They'll help new players. If you need help building, they will help you with that. They can destroy walls. I've seen them destroy walls sometimes. That will help if you place a wall backwards. If you place a wall backwards, they could destroy it for you potentially. Yeah. You're just slightly behind the person in front of you. Sometimes, or that's how it feels to me at least. You're about to build the base the next day. Well, how are you gonna get better? Sometimes you gotta put stress and pressure on yourself in order to force yourself to be better at the game. Like, I believe I played Happus for my first probably 35 hours of the game, and I've actually found a friendly person on Happus official, and they were able to give me a base and help me get started, help me learn Rust. I was extremely fortunate that I found that group of people. But I think that sometimes you have to go into situations that you really don't like, but it'll force you to be a better player in the long run. It might not be enjoyable now, but I think that you can improve over time if you play on servers with higher pops. And I don't know how you play personally, but I like to play more PvP oriented. I mean, I still farm and everything because like you have to sometimes. Yeah, being a friendly person isn't the most helpful in this game, unfortunately. You can sometimes find people to play with on a server, though. Like, if you're able to get a base up and there's a solo next to you, you could ask to either have them join you or you join them. Just depending on who's doing better. Yeah, I wouldn't say Rust is the best game for being a friendly player. Um, Modded like a 2 times or 3 times server will just make the game in general easier to play, just due to how farming works. Like if you play on a 2 times, you only have to get 3 hemp seeds to get a bow. You'll get scrap easier. Scrap is a really big key component of this game since they introduced it now, unfortunately, and it requires a lot of grinding for scrap all the time. It's pretty much a scrap simulator because you hit small ride towns, you can get revolvers, hatchets, double barrels, stuff like that. So you have to get your tier 1 down so you can get crossbows, double barrels, guns, those types of guns that will allow you to advance to the next step. So you start doing like tier 2 monuments. That'll give you the next tier of guns, which all cost at least 250. I believe that actually all tier 2 guns cost 250, which means you also have to get a tier 2 bench if you want to use 5.5, and that'll allow you to craft meds as well. And eventually once you get to tier 3, a lot of the tier 3 blueprints are 750 scrap, as well as the bench being 1250 scrap, which is really a lot, because if you want to get a metal chestplate in a tier 3, that's 2,000 scrap. If you're consistently getting 100 scrap per run of road without recycling, it'll take you 20 times to get a metal chestplate and a tier 3 workbench. So yeah, I would try, if you're playing solo, you could try a modded 2 or 3 times with not that much pop if you want to just get started, especially on starts. Getting started on a modded is a lot easier than getting started on a vanilla server, just due to the amount of resources is much larger on modded. Yeah, you can give that a try. That might help your experience, and it might also help your ability to play the game as well, because you're not going to be constantly having to go farm or constantly making lower tier weapons because you just don't physically have the scrap or the components to make the upper tier ones. Yeah, no problem. Also, for playing solo, I recommend building as far away from the spawn locations as possible. So if you spawn on the beach, bottom of the map, let's say, so all the spawn points are bottom and bottom right of the map area. You would want to push and get to the middle of the map or farther, so that you can allow yourself to get away from that initial complete noob zone of those just spear nakeds. Spear nakeds are your biggest threat in Rust a lot of the time, because especially if there's multiple of them, you versus bow, you have to be pretty accurate with your shots in order to hit and kill. Getting away from that zone so that you don't continue to die to nakeds with bows, nakeds with spears, nakeds with hatchets, stuff like that. Getting out of that initial like zone will allow you to play better, just due to the less amount of players you're continually having to fight while you're farming. You're just gonna run. It's so fast. My frames are dropping? Guess not. Yeah. That is probably one of the most important parts of getting a start on any server, is getting past that initial curve. I'll actually show it on this map because I don't have an overlay. So I spawned around this area down here in the south of the map, probably C19 to W19 along this area here. I got killed probably 20-30 times getting a start on this because it's high pop and everything. In this area alone, from just like 18 and down, you die 90% of the time, especially on a late start. What I did is I was able to sneak around, or I would spawn and run along the snow to bandit camp and stuff like that to get up towards bandit camp. And bandit camp offers you protection because you just don't get killed at bandit camp, especially if you're in the gambling room. The gambling room keeps you safe because they don't want people getting killed while gambling because rust. Or you could push up and go D11 area up here towards this area. So you've got the river, which will supply with you a lot of food, and the desert also if it's mountainous over here, which I think it is with these splashes, makes it mountainous, is that there will be a lot of nodes over here. Problem is getting scrap. You'll have to run multiple grids to get scrap along the roads. So a better area would be probably, actually I wouldn't live up here. Miltons is right here. You have a bunch of sweaty clans up here. Probably a good area would be up here because launch site is a pretty iffy monument. Not people don't build very near that very much anymore, just because of the restraints it put on your resources. You can't really get that much scrap from it without a rad suit and without water and without cards. And cards will be especially hard to get because you need a red and a green card, I believe, for launch. And the nearest green card without killing scientists is down here at like a lighthouse. So you'd have to run multiple squares to get that green card. So if you can farm scientists and scrap on this road here or up here, snow is especially friendly because nobody likes to live in the snow. It's always cold and it's annoying. Constantly cold and annoying all the time, but there's a lot of nodes and not a lot of people are there, which give you an easier time, especially on lower pop servers. You can farm up here, really, like I live here. I've got a road right here, I've got a tier 2 monument, I've got a tier 1 monument. Scientists spawn here all the time, so I can get green cards from the scientists. I can run into bandit camp if I need to. I don't like living too near bandit camp because it really hits hard on your frames. Extremely hard. Like it's 15 or 20 frame drop. Like especially even for me, and I have a higher tier computer. I have a higher tier graphics card and everything. Like you could live here, U15, U16 area, because you've got sats, you got mining outposts, you got Oxums. Gives you like a trifecta, and you got the snow here, which will give you a lot of good resources. Because this is all mountainous. You can tell by how the terrain is formed with all these splashes. Like here's the top of mountain peak, here's a mountain peak as well, here's one here. There's gonna be a lot of nodes up here, so that'll give you a lot of mats and resources. And there's a lot of road here, like especially when it triple meets here. A lot of road, which is a lot of barrels, means a lot of scrap. And you can get blue cards here at sats. You can get a green card right here, and you can easily run up to train yard from U15, U16 area for occasional runs to get scrap. I think placement of base is honestly one of the most important parts of Rust because it dictates what you can do easily. Like I was explaining earlier, if you lived over here, C11. If there wasn't any mountains, don't live there. It's completely worthless. You're just going to waste all your time. If there is mountains, you can get nodes rather quickly, so it means you're going to have a stronger base. But the problem is getting scrap. It's going to be extremely hard. if you live over here. If there's no nodes over here, don't build here. Exit out. Like this entire section here, if there's no nodes, almost completely worthless. Except for the fact there's rivers. You want to find a spot where you can get nodes relatively easy and get scrap relatively easy with potentially a good spot is next to a good rad town. So tier 2 rad town would be airfield, train yard, dome, power plant, those types of water treatment, those types of monuments. So you can get those tier 2 weapons rather easily. And you can continue to run it. Like, I should probably get the furnaces running while I'm talking to you. I have a personal philosophy that Rust is a lot about thinking through what you're doing and how your actions will affect your progression in the wipe. Like, base location is extremely important to me, and I think it is one of the higher notes that you need to do in Rust. You need to figure out how to do. Also, how to take your fights and how to maneuver around. Movement during fights is extremely important because you need to use natural cover, especially early game. Natural cover will be your best friend. Running through forests has saved me countless times with full inventories of scrappables. Rust is extremely thoughtful, especially when you are lacking the mechanical abilities to thrive in the game. Like, I would say my mechanics are pretty good. I'm not outstanding. I'm not like Shroud. Shroud has extremely good mechanics, and he can pick up games extremely well. He has nice FPS in anything he plays in. He's not struggling for that. Rust is very intensive. He's able to do... He's inhuman almost. Shroud is just inhuman. He just has the natural ability to be good at a game. So if, like, I don't know how mechanically skilled you are. I'm not going to say you're bad at the game or anything. But if you think of yourself as not being the best of a certain stage, like early game, you probably play early game as solo the most out of every game. Because there's early game, there's mid game, there's late game. Early game is res DP bows, DBs, bows, and crossbows. Shit that you can just get on first day of wipe rather easily if you're able to farm. Get that first, second day of wipe, get yourself rolling. Second tier is it depends on how you play the game, because if you're just gonna force run into those AKs with DBs every single time you hear an AK shot, you'll probably get an AK eventually with your DB, and you can skip to tier 3. But that's not how I play. I don't like playing that way because it gets extremely frustrating to me. And I just don't want to play the game anymore if I just continue to die over and over again to AK dudes. And if it's a fresh wipe, you probably won't have AKs on the first day or second day if you're playing low pop. Unless you're playing low pop official. Because, yeah, yikes, low pop official. What else? Getting good at early game is probably your best bet at striving as a solo. If you put thought into how you play the game, you will enjoy it more. That's what I believe. Like, the server I linked, I probably played a good... probably over 1,000 hours just on that server alone. With a buddy or two, even solo. I started out solo with about 50 hours on the server, and I played till I was about 1,400, I believe. Yeah, that's a struggle too. Just fit it in when you can, and living in areas that are not near groups or people who are on a lot is extremely key, so that you do not get offline raided. That'll help as well. Living in rock formations, stuff like that, could help a lot as well. Like up there on that mountain, Like there's the big mountain part, there's a little part there, and there's a little thing that runs in between. Building in between there so you're out of sight removes you from the danger of getting raided a lot. Yeah, 3 times especially hard at Rust. Rust is almost a second job. Like, I put in a job's worth of hours every week to play Rust. I just want to enjoy it, and I'm able to put the amount of hours into it just due to how my scheduling works. I'm extremely fortunate for that, so I can continue to play Rust the way I want to. That's just how I enjoy playing, and I will probably continue to play Rust that way for a while, several more months. It's pretty much a second job, realistically. And even if you're in a group, it's still a second job. If you're the main farmer, it's extremely hard to play not like a second job. I enjoy Rust, so if this could be my job, I would choose it over anything any day. It's extremely enjoyable, and I find fun to it. Yeah, that makes Rust extremely hard to play, especially, yeah. Man, it's tough. Find a solo server. Maybe a solo 2 times. I don't know if any of those exist. Maybe just a solo server to start out with. And just test your waters there. Because if you're playing on a monthly big server, there could be large groups that would just walk through your base. Which is probably not the best feeling ever. So yeah, probably try to find either a modded 2, 3, or 4, or 5 times to play, which will eliminate that time struggle that you're probably feeling right now, being solo and having a job and stuff. That could eliminate that. Also, finding a solo server probably would help, because you're not going to get hit offline by all those large clans that just farm sulfur 25-8 all the time. That's what I would recommend. If you're confused by anything I'm saying, just ask me. I can explain it. Also, I know you don't have that much time. I have a lot of time on my hands. Like, yikes, I have a lot of time on my hands. I watch YouTube all the time. That's where I found out how I would like to play Rust, my style of Rust, compared to other people's style of playing. Base tutorials, especially solo and starter base tutorials, are very helpful because they maximize the amount of rockets that maximize your space per the amount of explosives that they need to raid you. They might know how your base is laid out. They might know how to raid you if they've seen the YouTube videos, but that doesn't impact how what's the word I'm looking for? How strong they are. They might know the complete inside of your base, in and out, but the strength of the base is always stronger. They know the exact amount of rockets they're gonna have to use, exactly how to get in, but it makes your base extremely strong due to these building YouTubers that just put hours into just building and finding exploits. Like the bunker exploit. You can build a 2x2 with 3 triangles and have a 4 rocket raid. Or if you fully metal it, it's 8 rockets. Especially if they go through doors, like I can show you my base right now especially, which is a 12 rocket raid, or no, 9 rocket raid if they decide to do it that way. They just go through here and they just, because that's how bunkers work. But if you follow the door path, 3, 4, 5, 6, and an armor door, that's a lot of doors. And if you seal this bunker, which means you put a half wall right here, and then you put a triangle here and upgrade it, make sure you have a bag inside, you break the thatch half wall and it drops the triangle out, which allows you access, and it'll make the raiders have to use a lot more boom to get into your base. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. I more than enjoy asking questions. If you guys would like to hear my opinions. I believe my duel will actually be logging in. Yes, and I think I'll have 3 here in a bit. Meshing in my Discord. The server I'm currently playing on? Mills. Oh, do you want the quad server that I linked in chat? That server? That's the quad server. I mean, that's how I learned to play Rust. You can give it a try. And if it doesn't work out for you, because of how high the pop is the first day of wipe, or the pop should be dropping off relatively soon, just because of how late it's getting. It's about 1 a.m. on the East Coast, 2 a.m. on the East Coast. Central is about midnight. So people are going to start logging off, and you could probably get a relatively easy start. That's the server that I grew up in Rust playing. Like, yeah, it's dropped 10 pops since I linked it in chat. Yeah, that might be a good idea as well. Yeah, it's no problem, man. I'm glad to help anybody out, especially if you're starting on Rust. It's a great game, but it's really hard to get into. Anybody have other questions or needing advice on anything? Glad to help anybody. I don't know why I took that low grade out with me. I guess I did. Give you little tips and tricks like you hitting barrels early game with the spear. Throw it at the barrels once, and if it breaks, you're good. Pick it up, and if it doesn't break, pick your spear out of the barrel and just hit it. If I had a spear, I would demonstrate now, but unfortunately, I have a hatchet. So the spear, you chuck it, it would hit it, and you go and hit it once to destroy it, like that, if it was a blue barrel. But if it was a brown barrel like the ones I just destroyed, it would one-shot them if you just threw it. Yeah. Oh, actually, there's a tip and trick if you guys are looking for anything. If you do have a friend, you can boost up and grab the boxes up there that spawn. So you have somebody sit right here, and then you just have somebody boost jump onto their head, and you just boost jump up, and you can grab the boxes there without having to get the key card. Unfortunately, you do not get the blue key card that way, but you can get the boxes without a green card. Tips and tricks. I already have that BP, I'm surprised. Incendiary 5.5, interesting. Do not use Incendiary 5.5 very often. Does more damage, but it decreases velocity. And I think it, no, Incendiary doesn't give a name cone, Explosive 5.5 does. Oh. Oh no, that refinery's at 30, or at 83 HP. I didn't think it would deteriorate. Yeah, the toolboxes are nice, especially when you get a jackhammer out of them. I should really do some farming actually of nodes. Just kind of being lazy at this point. I'll feel a little bit more comfortable now that I don't hear any bolt shots coming off in the distance where I would like to farm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually go farm some nodes now. Getting a little bit low on ore, and I also need some stone. TC's getting a little shy. 3 days. Yeah, I understand you, J-Mills. Actually, we got offline raided, not last night, but the night before that. We got offline, unfortunately, but, the base that we had, my group, we hit a maximum. If we filled up the TC with the proper ratio and everything, we had a maximum of 22 hours on TC. It was almost all metal, like 200 high quality a day. Yeah, it's tough to farm that every day. Yeah. Well, when you're up in the snow with jackhammers, and your full kit AKs and everything, it can be a little crazy, but generally it's actually really easy to do it. When you have a compound, AKs, full metal kits, snow jackets, and you have the whole 9 yards, it's actually relatively easy to farm that amount a day. Because you just walk outside your base and get a full inventory. Like, I probably filled up 2 or 3 boxes. I farmed half a box of sulfur. Probably 2.5 hours. But that also gave me a box and a half of stone, as well as the most of a box, or 2 boxes of stone, and most of a box of metal ore as well. With just jackhammers. Just go out, farm, come back, go out, farm, come back. Cook everything. The real struggle is wood after a while. I hate farming wood. That's one of the big problems I have with Rust at the moment. Farming wood is the worst thing that I could ever do. No way, those kids have a large furnace in that. Looks like it's built out of triangles too. Wonder if I can bait one outside the gate. That backward sheet wall is sketching me out. Oh no, it's inside the walls. Maybe if I got a few ladders, I could just ladder over. Just farmed my wood. Hey sheep, I'm streaming. I just killed the guy with half an inventory of wood.
Cool.
As I was complaining about farming wood, because I don't like it.
Kills other person farming wood. So you're live, I'm guessing,
Yes,
by your name?
I am live. Yep.
Dude, I'm
Streamer
tired as
loot.
shit.
Why are you tired?
I went back to golf after like a month of not golfing.
Wow, noob.
God damn. Alright.
Lol noob. Pick it up, come on.
Scooge wouldn't know what sports are like.
I played soccer for the last 16 years of my life, bud.
Soccer? Ew.
Bro, you legit play a sport that you can smoke and drink while playing.
Exactly.
And sit 90% of the time.
Because I'm thinking with my head, motherfucker.
How are you thinking with your head, dude?
Smoking and drinking while exercising? Hello? Are you there?
What? It doesn't negate itself. It's still bad for you.
Hey, motherfucker, you get disqualified from tournaments if you try to do shit during the tournament.
Yeah, because it's an actual tournament.
Yeah, do you think Tiger Woods smokes during his tournaments?
Probably. Have you seen that man?
Have you seen his haircut, though?
What haircut? Just took a pair of fucking carpentry scissors and
So are you like a god at soccer, or like what's the deal? 16 years?
I've played competitive soccer for the last 8 years of my life.
Holy god. Are you the next Messi?
No, I'm not.
Are you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good?
Probably like an 8.
Alright, buddy. Get him out of here.
What are you in golf? Like a 3, dude? Come on.
Nah, dude. Like a 10.
Dude, this man thinks he's good. You like golf, J Mills? Dude, somebody in my chat likes golf.
Yeah, because your chat knows what's up. You don't know what's up.
How do I not know what's up, dude?
I should be streaming, not your dumbass.
Okay, buddy. Lucky here. What was that?
Nothing. I'm watching nothing.
What are you watching there, buddy?
I had a couple tabs open.
Yikes. We all know what he was watching, chat.
How many people? Okay, on a scale of 1 to 2, how many people are watching?
2. Wow. Oh no. Oh, just play it in Discord if you're gonna play it.
Really? Okay.
Play it.
Give me permission to play it in Discord?
If you're gonna play it in Discord so I don't have to hear it through your shitty fucking mic.
It's funny
See,
like that,
see,
though.
I can control what it does. I have perms now, I think.
Wow, I should have that, not you.
Sure, buddy. Can you hear it, Mills? Or is it too quiet? I'll turn it up. Okay, we don't need a sheep. Who sings this?
The bag. Which is it, man? Yeah, this man be black.
Hey, sheep. Who sings this song?
In the valley, ain't nobody tell me nothing.
Okay, you're muted.
You can't tell.
I'll server mute you next time I hear that dog shit. Your server muted. He says it's a good song. Hey, J Mills, who sings this song?
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. Ride till I can't no more.
You're not gonna be riding for very long once I fucking punch you in the face.
I can't hear your dumbass because I can't pause the bot.
I believe. You know you can just mute it. I don't have perms either. What is this crap?
Cause he's a stupid bitch.
Seriously?
Right till I can't no more. Can't no more.
Hey, J-Mills, I believe it's Lil Nas X sings this song. I think we should keep it that way. Just saying, sheep.
Okay, what? Excuse me? Did you mute the song and listen to me sing?
Yeah, I did. It was nasty.
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
I was trying to make a joke, sheep, and you wouldn't let me make the joke.
Your chat liked me singing. I guarantee you they liked it more than you.
J-Mills, did you like it?
Yes, you did, J Mills. I think he fell asleep, but
No, he said he agrees. He agrees with me. Haha, nerd.
good singer. He agrees that I'm a good singer.
Okay, good. I wouldn't even put it as good. I'd say it was a, you know that piece of trash you get out of the dumpster that's kind of good, but then you realize it's already eaten. That's what it is. Just disappointment. Okay, I don't even know what the song is.
I finessed your bitch.
He said to tell you that he said stick to your stage job, your day job.
Scoot, dumbass. Scoot sounds like a retard.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We can't be using those words on these
Hey,
PC Twitch people. Legit, I have the bot turned down so much that the furnace is louder than it.
goddamn, Scoot has been cheap. Goddamn.
Again? You'd have to get her the first time.
Scoot is a retard.
Whoa, whoa, dude, and keep the PC in here, dude.
Oh, I said the R word, my bad.
So, I legit said that like 3 times.
Buddy, I hope none of your audience is retard.
Whoa, dude. Chill, chill, sheep, chill, chill.
Chill, buddy.
Oh, quick, it's off in a minute, dude.
Oh, good. Maybe he'll sing with me.
He hates that song, so he won't sing with you.
As soon as he gets on, we should have that song already playing for him. So what the fuck have you been doing all night?
Farming scrap.
Okay, buddy, where has that been going on?
What do you mean?
Where have you been? Have you been running rig or something?
No, I've just been running road and the monument.
No, pussy boy doesn't want to run rig.
Okay, buddy.
Scooch has small
Wait,
PP.
wait. Let me think about this. Wait, who died at rig? Like 4 times yesterday?
Not me.
You.
I died once at rig, so suck my PP. And
Who-
the only reason I died was because a gear kit was fucking camping me.
Wait, who killed that gear kid?
You.
Thank you.
Because you knew he was there and you weren't fucking dropped in on him.
Hey,
And you had a grenade launcher. If you didn't kill him, your asshole would have been roasted for like at least a few weeks.
big brain, dude.
Yeah.
You
big
just
green,
bait sheep no matter what.
buddy. Okay, buddy. I'm about to log off. We should go cook some of the. Wait, what happens if the refinery decays while shit is cooking?
It'll just drop into a bag.
Okay, well I'm gonna go cook shit, cause.
Wait, I think we can actually build a refinery base in the wood box. Very back
Okay.
right box.
Then build one, boy.
I'm doing it right now. Cool your tots, dude.
All right, buddy.
I live on the East Coast, Mills. Cause I don't. And neither does sheep.
Who the fuck lives on the East Coast? I mean, what? East Coast is great.
You
love,
tried to recover so fast.
I love Boston. Best
Wow.
city, 10
You
out of 10.
picked Boston out of everything. Oh, no, I do not live on the East Coast. I'm West Coast. That's why I'm currently up at this hour.
Gucci on my wrist.
It sounded like a SpongeBob song.
I can't see shit, buddy. I gotta find that wood.
I'm a West Coast man. Because right now, if I was East Coast, it'd be 1:30 in the morning, and I'd want to kill myself if I was up that late.
Hey, I don't think you know where the wood is, buddy.
Very back right box. Very, very back. Very back.
Oh, okay.
That wood box?
Okay.
Yes, I live West Coast.
Gucci on my wrist. Hey. We have a repair bench?
No, sir.
Of course not.
What, do you want to skin your custom?
Yeah, maybe I do, buddy. Where the hell am I?
Trying to jump into out of the bunker, apparently. No. I probably could have been on and streaming like 12 hours ago, but I had to go to Les Schwab and get my car fixed, and it took like 4 hours. It sucked. Colorado. Fucking Colorado, dude. Oh, you have the new legalized shrooms? That's Colorado, right? I believe they legalized shrooms. You know we have so much low grade, right? Cheap. Like we have a stupid amount
Screw you.
of low grade. You don't know? What, do you not remember? That's how many streams you've been doing? He doesn't even remember.
So we don't have a repair bench?
No, we do not. If you would like to craft one, you can.
Alright, buddy. I didn't ask for lip.
I really don't care about it either, so I won't judge. What were you trying to play, sheep? Seriously?
I just fucked my own ears, buddy.
It's almost like I have rhythm muted for a reason.
Did you see what I tried to play?
Yes, I did.
Shit. Okay, we have an issue here, okay?
What?
So basically, the shit decayed and I can't see where everything fell. Oh, I found it, never mind. Coming back, 72 low grade strong. Oh wait, that shit's still playing, hang on. Holy god, that is severe rape. Scooch, please just turn on your mic for 1 second just to listen to it.
You just skipped it.
I know, I'll replay it. Just
No,
turn your
stop, no.
Dude, 10 seconds. Okay.
I would like to keep my 2 viewers, sir.
Dude, turn it down to like 3 volume just to listen to it. It's actually eerie, buddy.
I'm putting it at 1%.
Okay, that's fine.
So it decayed?
Yeah, I did.
Who doesn't love some good friendly ear rape?
Christ.
Yeah, man. Are you following already, Jamie? I think you're already a follower from earlier. From a while ago, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, you are. You've been a follower for a while, I think. Yeah, you've been here for a while.
You hear the
Yeah.
song playing?
Yeah, sleep well, man. Yeah, if you're gonna just, I'll stream probably tomorrow if you want to watch for during work if you're bored. Oh my god, no, stop! Done with your shit. Yeah. Night, man. Sleep well. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow if you want to join. Yeah, a long time ago.
I'll suck on her middle toe but use protection. I like that one.
Are you done spewing trash out of your mouth so I can undeafen myself?
I tickler kidney. You talking about chores? She'd take out her toys.
Stop! Yeah. No. Well, yo, if you want to stop by, I'll probably be streaming tomorrow 12 PST for 3 or 4 hours.
Scooch, actually a good song is playing. I swear to God.
Yeah, I can read, sheep. Don't try and debate me, dude. I've played with Soap and Fetus and Dio long enough, dude.
Bait it, buddy. You don't even know. You still alive?
Yeah, good night, Gmails. Yeah, I'm alive.
That's some Yuri.
I have it deafened. I'm just gonna have it muted for the rest of all eternity.
Okay, then I'll just play good music now. Okay. Okay, Krusty Krab. Now I'm. Oh, fucking. Okay, I'll actually play a good song, I swear to God.
I'm just gonna sit and watch Discord at this point.
This one's kind of quiet though, so you might have to turn up a little bit.
My song that's longer than 3 hours. You know you're putting this all in main clan chat, right?
Oh shit.
What do I even have for perms? All I can do is get into the staff areas. I can't even move people.
Okay, now it's a good song, I swear.
You finally in bot commands. It only took you like 3 hours.
Let me see that chest.
That's the best. Since I can't get sex, I'm a jack off. Fuck it, jack.
I can't listen to this man's pure just trash, utter trash coming out of his mouth. I hate nighttime. Can't even stream at night. This guy's actually depressing me. He's sending the lyrics in Discord to me. Wait, you want to get past?
I'll play a good song now, I swear.
I'm waiting until you play the song so I can actually see what song it is. It's the exact same song.
Alright. What'll play if I type this?
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling it, SpongeBob.
Patrick, that's not right.
Get off of me.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are thou feeling it now, Mr.
What is
Krabs?
this shit? No. Stop. Get some help. See, I just gonna have it muted, like. Hey, quick, I'm streaming by the way, so
Oh, Quick just joined to a nice song I'm playing.
yeah, I would recommend deafening that for the next 6 years.
The fuck is that?
Just turn it off.
You could not join at a better time.
I disagree.
Actually, that's a lie. You could have joined when I was playing Old Town Road Ear Rape.
He could have joined at a worse time, but he also could have joined at a better time.
I hope y'all know I've just been sitting here ass naked the whole time.
So, you need electricity.
Nah, not really. I was just wondering what I wanted to recycle a bunch of buildables we had, so I wanted to ask you if what we needed. All we're missing is a ceiling light. Also, we have a 2.5k scrap, I think, at base.
Is it ready for electricity?
I don't know if do we want that to be our main?
I was planning on putting up like a little 2x2 just outside of range and setting up all electricity there. That way, no matter what we build around, we can run electricity to it. And it not be part of, like, if that makes sense. Or are you talking about moving somewhere completely different?
Well, I think the base that I built there is not the best base. Just to had how it's set up, and it's not like my normal bunker and all that shit. TC's in a different spot. The boxes aren't maximized,
Correct.
stuff
But
like that.
are you wanting to move somewhere completely different? Or
I
set
think
up
we
another
should.
one there on that.
Yeah, just stay on the same ice lake.
So my idea was basically just where you would set down an
Yeah.
external TC. I'm just gonna do a little 2x2
Yeah,
somewhere.
that would
It's
probably
just
work.
nothing but to run electricity for the bases we put up around it. That's all I was gonna.
Yeah, that would work great actually. Yeah. I was wanting to hit rig here in a bit. So if we could do that, that would be nice. Cause we can't put tier 3 in that base, or it'll be in a janky ass spot. There goes the bot. That's an auto turret.
So then what would you do rig for if you already have the scrap for the tier 3 and you're just wanting a different...
Guns. It'd be nice to
You have guns, you just need a tier 3 to make it.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah. But the problem is, to use those guns, I would like to have the HQM kits, which are not cheap, to say the least. And they also cost a ton of scrap to research. So we'd have to spend, we have like not enough right now to research it and get the tier 3 up. We're a couple hundred scrap short, like 500 or something. Honestly, we just need the stone and metal at this point, I think. So I'm farming right now. Actually, taking rig wouldn't be the greatest idea, actually, in retrospect. Did you and Dead Knight just join at the same time, or?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was weird. You guys were like, ding, as one.
Yeah, I'm downloading a game to try with them. I wanted to come and get electricity and some farming set up while I was downloading and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you ever try any of the World of Tank games or?
Oh yeah, I played World of
Wars?
Tanks.
I've played World of Tanks for a while with him. He's much more into it than I was, but World of Warships, so I'm gonna try that one out.
Is it free like World of Tanks?
Yep.
Interesting.
Fucking enormous.
I actually ran out of space on my fucking hard drive installing Conan Exiles.
This is 30 gigs, or 28 point something, is what it said.
I downloaded TF2 and Conan in the same day and I almost ran out. I had like 12 gigs left. Well, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one quite.
What, Conan?
Yeah, it would actually be perfect for Robert's schedule.
Robert
You listen to
meaning...
music, Robert, or are you that?
What?
Oh, what's up?
There he is. That's Dead Knight. Okay.
Conan Exiles. So somebody wanted me to play it with them, so they bought it for me, and I played it the other day, and it's all right. But one of the things that I don't know if I quite like about it is just due to my schedule. So you can only fight people. PvP is only from 8 to 12 at night, and you can only raid on weekends. So for people with work schedules, you know, they don't just get raided when they're offline working and stuff.
Yeah, I like that. That's actually kind of like Eve's large-scale combat. Gives us set vulnerability timers for your structure. The larger the structure, the longer the window has to be. So, like, if we're a small group, we have a small structure. And I use small loosely. A small would fit like 100 of us. You only have to defend it like, you know, a couple hours a week. Whereas if you had a large structure, which could service thousands of us, you might have to defend it 10 hours a week or more. So I actually like that a lot.
I need to go find places to farm, man.
It's a lot more into build. I mean, have you actually looked into it, or am I telling you shit you already know?
Me?
No.
I'm confused.
About Conan.
I've
I've
never.
seen it when it first came out. You know, dicks everywhere, good stuff. But I never played it. I know a friend of mine tried it out, but no, I never played it.
It's all the things about Rust that you liked. It's like heavy building aspect of it, and then of course the time frames of attack and stuff. And they have different packs for, like, the people that I'm playing with. They went with an Asian theme building style. It's actually really cool looking. A lot more PvE aspect than PvP though.
Quick, I really wanted to say when it has everything you liked from Rust, and I was nothing?
There's a lot I like about Rust. I just absolutely hate the PvP style.
Because you're good at every other PvP style except for it.
Oh no, absolutely not. But I just, for some reason in Rust, I no bueno.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be down to play World of Warships with you. If that's how that game works, I don't really know.
I've been watching him play it on his stream.
Dead Knight streams?
He does. I don't think it's like a common thing, but he does it if he wants to show a friend something.
Does he stream on Twitch? Or...
Maybe.
He's so quiet. Hey, quick, guess what just flew over me?
I heard something fly over right as I came.
Yeah. A helicopter. The sheep's gonna be getting off in about an hour here.
Not sheepy.
We should rename AFK Man. Also, helper role literally allows you to do nothing. It only allows you access to the staff part of Discord. Like, you can't move people, you can't mute people, you can't deafen people. Like, it's just like... Did you see Fetus's rehaul of the entire Discord?
I saw the picture, Shane.
Look at the Discord, it's completely different now.
It looks...
All the roles are different.
Oh, the names of it?
Yeah. Hey, AFK Man's back.
Yeah, you know. Is there anything specific I need to be doing?
Getting shit? Nodes.
Okay. Is this our final base, or are we moving?
We're not gonna move far. I think we're just gonna move farther, just in the ice like somewhere else. But just make a stronger base. Because it's not the way I like to do my bunkers. The bunker that I have is a lot more efficient in space-wise.
All
Okay.
the drop deposit boxes look pretty odd.
What do you mean, quick?
As far as where the loot's gonna...
Am I just that tired that I completely didn't understand anything you were just talking about?
Your drop boxes into the loot room, doesn't that give away completely where the loot...
Well, they already know the loot room's there, and I didn't even place those. So, yes and no. Because if they get that far into it, they should already know that it's a bunker. And I have no control over who plays those. Because Drew did it when I was offline. Because I had to go to Les Schwab's for 4 to 5 hours today, unfortunately. Did you hear that?
Yeah. We need to run the roads.
Go, 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 go. Start running them quick.
How do I add a key to make
What?
How do I add a key to mute?
Go into Discord, click the gear, click keybinds, then set up one so it has a toggle mute, and then set whatever key you would like.
Okay.
Here you go. Because you're having to alt tab into Discord and click mute, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is this one of your sleeping bags?
You know my skin.
I know. I was just making sure.
I think I've had a good stream tonight. I think I'm gonna end my stream now, guys. Just going to take a little break and have my FPS, you know, get back up to what I like it at. Alright, so good night stream. Hope y'all had a good time hanging out. And I'll stream and see you guys tomorrow. Take care.
Good night, stream.